I came out of retirement for this. Hey everybody, Jeff Stone here from magicreviewed.com. Remember me? We're starting off with a bang. I came out of retirement just to tell you how crappy this product is. So right off the bat, if you want to know what's happening, you got your answer. Don't get this. Don't waste your money on this.
I forbid it.
Stuff like this just makes my blood boil, and that is why I'm making this video. So, watch the trailer, first of all, and you'll see what the effect is, and you get this. Now, the effect is that when I pull this out of here, it's going to magically color. Problem is, it won't come out. It's stuck, and it jams up and gets all broken and wonky here, as you can see, and it's like you can't, like in the back here, I got something going on here, and it's just jamming up in there, and it's like I just can't get it out. There we go. So that's not a good experience to have in your live performances, but we finally do get it out. Now, it's loaded with the appearing cube, and it is flat, and the cube is in here, and it will appear in a moment. If that cube's not loaded in here, then this thing comes right out of here, no problem. So you saw the kind of crappy effect of this coloring thing appearing. Now I'm going to just below the camera just because of the angle here, make this cube, you'll see it hopefully pass by the frame, and I just caught it, and I'm going to hold it right here, and you can look at it. And the only reason I'm willing to do that is because in the video he makes this thing appear and then he hands it out to the spectator, and he hands this actual thing out to the spectator. Obviously you can't do that, that's ridiculous, but he does it in the trailer. So that's lie number one in the trailer. Lie number two is the very first performance. You see the cube flies up in the air, and then when it comes landing back down, it does this, and it looks like this, and he plays with it like this, which is a complete lie. You can't do that. I have no problem if they, you have to switch the cube out. I don't have a problem with that. And the problem that I have is they lead you to believe that that will not be required, that you're actually going to be producing a regular cube. Now, this video is going to make me go insane. There are a lot of reviewers out there who will defend something like this and say, well, of course you can't produce a real cube because it's no such thing as real magic, and there's going to be a method that makes this work, obviously. My problem is there are methods to make a real cube appear, right? And there are methods even by having a clean thing where I can show this and make it appear. David Regal's got a cool thing. It's not a Rubik's Cube thing, but it's the kind of thing where he's literally showing both sides, and he's producing like a glass of beer and all kinds of stuff in it. And so there are ways to do that. And so the trailer leads you to believe that this is one of those things. And if that's what you're looking for, is the ability to produce a live Rubik's Cube, you can't do it. And the trailer leads you down that path, making you think that you can. So let's try to focus here. In the videos, I like to, in my reviews in general, I like to focus on a couple things. What's the effect? I think that's covered. What's the method? Well, when you looked at this a minute ago, you might be able to guess the method. What's the method for this? I'm not going to tell you that, but this is actually a pretty well-known thing. That's a fun little arts and craft project you can do that I've seen on 5-minute crafts videos or something like that, showing how to do this. It's not a magic trick. It's just an old cool little craft that you can just find in craft books. Okay, so product quality. Well, I already showed you that you can't get this thing out of the sleeve when the Rubik's Cube's loaded, but I will show you that when the Rubik's Cube is not loaded, if I can get it back in the sleeve, which is trickier than you might think, and there's a little knack to doing that, which you see I'm struggling with at the moment here. So hopefully I can get this, but I want to keep this on camera even though it's awkward, or to keep the time of it on camera even though it's awkward, because I want you to see how long it is, how much of a pain it is to get it in there. Now, with the cube not loaded into this thing, it still is a little bit sticky to get it out of there. In fact, this is the first time I've had it jam up this bad. It's still, and you can see something's going on back here, right? This thing just jams up. I had better success in the past when the cube wasn't in it, but even right now, I'm not even able to get this thing out of here. There we go, that was better. So that was typically my experience. It was relatively easy to get in and out. But you saw that it kind of jams up, and that's a problem. You don't want that happening in your performance, and it's already, I mean, this thing's already ripping because of this thing jamming up here. So this is no good. When this thing's loaded in there, it's even worse. Now, the video instructions, still talking about product quality here, the video instructions are 7 minutes and 57 seconds, and it's a shot from the waist down, from the neck down, a close up on a little table, and there's no mic. It's really quiet. It's hard to hear, and he shows how to. I mean, you know what's going on here, right? There's going to be some stretchy material involved, and in the video, what he's done is removed a whole section of the cube to show you how to put the thing inside of here. Well, when that's removed, which by the way, the only way to do that is to cut it and destroy it. When that's removed, sure, it's going to be a lot easier to get in there and do it. But even with it removed, he struggled, number one. Number two, because his hands were there showing you how to do it, you literally saw nothing. You saw this. This was what you saw. And I'm not exaggerating. You saw his hand covering this. And again, this was removed. Well, even if you were able to see what was going on, I can't destroy the cube to do that, because then it's useless. So on top of that, because I couldn't see what he was exactly doing, when I had to put my thing in here, it was a pain in the butt. And I was kind of flying blind because I wasn't sure exactly how to hook it up. And you can't see in the dang thing because your hands do get in the way, especially when you have the whole thing together and you don't have a piece cut out of it. So I was kind of in there feeling around, hoping I could get it. And I actually got lucky after, I don't know, about 20 minutes of me wanting to pull my hair out. See, it's gone. And me wanted to just break. I mean, it was just frustrating as all heck. And anyway, product quality, garbage. The teaching is garbage. The gimmicks are garbage. The whole thing, garbage. Then on top of that, the ad copy integrity, which is the most important thing around here. That's how we get the tagline, blatant honesty in a world of deception. I already told you. The first one, the cube pops up in the air, and when it comes down, it's a different cube. Totally cheating. Now, the second performance was legit, if you will, where the cube comes down and it is the one that was really coming down, and he's up on stage and he doesn't hand it out to anybody. Fine. The final one, though, he does it again, and this time it's the real this thing, but he hands it out. It's garbage. And then I tried to read the ad copy here. I'm going to pull it up on my computer over here. And due to the small size and lightness of this item, magicians can take it anywhere and perform. While that is true that this thing does pack flat, I mean, this is the whole thing. I don't have this in there at the moment, but it fits in there, no problem. But then you can't get it out, right? And of course, yeah, that only takes a second to set that up. What takes forever is the first time to do this. And by the way, I've already had one of the things in there break, so I had to replace it in there. So I've had to put that thing on there twice, and both times, pain in the butt. So I'm going to guess that you know what I'm giving this for a rating, guys. This is absolute garbage. Don't waste your $20 on this.
I forbid it. It is not going to happen. That's what I forbid it means.
Father.
My final rating is a half star. And the only reason I'm not giving 0 stars is just because the website isn't built to do 0 stars. Otherwise, it'd be 0 stars. Half star, stone status of complete and utter rubble. That is it. So, believe it or not, I'm back in the business of doing video reviews, but nowhere near as frequently as it's been. I don't know how often I'll be doing it, but I will tell you this, that coming up very soon will be this right here. 13 Steps to Mentalism by Corinda. This is the new Murphy's release that has all of the props that are mentioned. I don't know if it's every single prop, but a big chunk of the props that are mentioned in the Corinda book. And that has the video instructions from Richard Osterland that he did years ago. It's all packaged together here. So that's coming up next. But that's it for this video. Now it's time to do your favorite thing in the world that you guys have been missing, which is like, subscribe, share it out to all your peeps, and listen to the random iTunes song of the moment, which is Soul to Soul by Tango. There it is. Nice little groovy bass line there. Bang Tango is a band I'd never heard of until one day a friend of mine decided he was getting rid of all of his sort of rock music. He just wasn't into it anymore. And he's like, here, you want this Bang Tango CD? I'm like, yeah, sure. Is it music? I'll take it. And there's some great albums. There are great songs on there. One of my favorites is called Midnight Struck. Where were you when Midnight Struck? But I'll leave a link to Soul to Soul by Bang Tango in the description. Thanks for your patience, guys. It's been years since I've done a video review, so hopefully it was worth the wait, and hopefully I'll be back doing some on a relatively regular basis, maybe a couple of months. No promises. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time. Peace and out.